Welcome to Tito.tv. We have the news of gaming. So without further ado, we'll jump straight into it. This is Gaming News by Tito.tv. Glad everybody could join in. If you're new to this Facebook, why don't you go ahead and follow it? Maybe I might have something you like. Shout out to anybody who is watching this. If you want some news, here it is. We'll start off with Modern Warfare. Could the game get any damn bigger? We're talking 185 gigs. When Activision was asked if they were looking into it, of course they said yes. But the problem is nothing's being done. And the game has not reached its lifetime yet. I'd say we were just halfway through. If this game gets any freaking bigger, I would suggest to these guys, when they bring out their next game, to go ahead and bring a hard drive with your special gold edition or whatever the hell you might want to push upon your consumer. Now, they said, oh, well, we worked and we tried to do some files and blah, 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 blah. Just for starters, hell, they have tinkered with their Battle Royale mode, and that right there alone should have been a stand-alone freaking feature. But, what do you know? It's not. So, whatever. But, I think that would have helped. And, you know, they're still, they do 150, and they're thinking about pushing that Battle Royale to 200. Just for, you know, shits and giggles. But, also, they're doing for the first time, you know, features such as cross-platforming. So I'm not saying that I don't realize that they're doing a lot of new things and that you know, things are a little different. I get that. You know, they get picked on enough, and I get that. But 185 gigs is just too much. I also like to speak on how COVID-19 has affected the gaming world. The gaming world has been a great game, you know, doing great before that. But with COVID, it did a lot of things. It brought people that were separated together. The industry got plenty of playtime due to everyone being home. On top of all that, being able to play with somebody definitely develops a relationship. I do it every day when I stream. You know, any new people, I'm going to interact, I'm going to talk to them. And at a time where we're not allowed to be together, this is the best way to be together. You can actually physically feel like, hey, I'm with this guy, we're talking, we're having a conversation, and it may be a digital character, but it's just like you're right there with them. Or at least to me and some other, you know, gamers out there. But regardless, COVID-19 was rough on us, and it still is rough on us. But the gaming industry has came through, and not just for, you know, being bored, but, you know, for other things such as tournaments and people that were, you know, well known. They're using gaming, you know, to continue their careers and whatnot. And, you know, gaming's there for everybody. You know, there's billions of dollars to be, you know, made, and if you're willing, some of that's your money. You just got to go in and grab the shit, man. A lot of people have been talking about EA, and we all know EA. Money hungry EA. EA Sports. We're gonna take your money. Nah, but every time I've ever had to deal with EA, it's always on some money bullshit. But EA came to the front and said, hey, the PS5's coming out, and we've got these guys, you know, games that are gonna be coming out at the end of the life cycle. We would like to know if you guys could work a deal to where if they buy these games on PS4, they will be able to be free to be played on PS5. Because if you remember, through PS3 to PS4, we bought a game and then we had to buy the PS4 version. It was fucking robbery, man. I think this time they're realizing that and probably getting tired of getting to be the whipping boy when it comes to these things. I mean, they made so many mistakes. They really have. But whatever, you know, it's the gaming world. And it seems to me that a lot of people keep making mistakes in the gaming world. But who am I? I'm just Tito.tv. That does surprise me, though. I do have to say that EA saying, hey, we don't want to make money off of these guys, I think that's a little bit of repairing the whole relationship between the gamer and the company, because we all know that they totally fuck shit up. Which brings me to the next thing. EA is also announcing that Battlefield 6 will be released, but it also is getting pushed back to, I think, 2021. If I'm not mistaken. I don't have my notes in front of me, so don't take that as a, I don't know, like the truth. But, you know, hey, things could be different. Games to be coming out. We have, obviously, releases from, you know, Microsoft and EA and all these people working together. Microsoft is obviously releasing their Series X videos, and they're hinting at all the new, you know, features and things like that. The games that'll be coming out are like Dying Light 2, Rainbow Six Quarantine, God and Monsters. Gods and Monsters will be actually March of 2021. Battlefield 6 pushed back to 2021. Watch Dogs Legion will actually be released on PS4 and on PS5. Outriders, which is a co-op RPG. Lord of the Ring Golem. Godfall. A new Blueprint Studios game coming out. I think there's something called Gothic 2021. Warframes is redoing their game to come out. You know, it's one thing after another, to be honest with you. And not to, you know, forget where it all started with us, at least for KVKGSG, and getting into, you know, the news and everything. We've been around for a long time as far as that group's concerned, but with Tito.tv, I felt like Fortnite needed to be discussed because, hey, look, man, they have literally amassed 350 million players. That's larger than the United States, according to 2018-2019 censuses. The last event they had with Travis Scott pulled in 12.3 million people. I mean, where you do that at? I don't want to get too far away from games, but they are working on a new Fortnite, all new engines. Obviously, they're going to have to hit the ground running because all this stuff's going to be new, and obviously, you know, they got the money. We've got PS4 end-of-life game cycles coming out no matter what, which will be 2020 releases, and that will be Last of Us Part 2, Cyberpunk 2077, Elden Ring, Ghost of Tsushima, I guess. Don't quote me on that. That'll be July 17th, and the Elden Ring would be June 30th. Marvel's Avengers, which will come out September 4th, and Rainbow Six Quarantine, along with Gods and Monsters and Windbound. The American culture gets crazier and crazier, especially in the gaming world, but let the games begin. Console wars will, you know, definitely be hyped. You know, Xbox versus PS5 at this point is what we're going to start be looking into. Glimpse of the future, you know, hey, speaking of the glimpse of the future, Fortnite is hinting at Kirby. Kirby could be their next to-do thing with all their little crap they're doing with the parties and the concerts and this, that, and the third. I think a video showed something with Kirby in it, or at least that's what I read. Hey, listen, with all this being said, it is a crazy time for the gaming industry. We're literally at the end of a life cycle of one and beginning of another, and you got Xbox and you got PlayStation and you got, you know, Nintendo. Everybody's got all these plans and they're all doing what they have to do to make it happen. This is the basis of this weekend's news. I'm a little bit late getting it out, but look for another version of news to be coming out next week. I'll try to have it up on the weekend, either beginning or the end. If you do like it, please share, please like, please follow. This is Tito.tv, and I thank you for watching.